Hey everyone! So today I wanted to talk about an awesome trans character, Nomi Marks, played by an actual trans person. I know, super rare, right? Um, Jamie Clayton, and it's in a show called Sense8, which is such a great show. I love it. It's on Netflix. It's finished, so you don't have to wait for like a new season to come out or anything. The show is also written and directed by awesome trans women, the Wachowski sisters. They also did things like The Matrix. So, like, if you haven't checked out their stuff in the past, by all means, check it out. It's like A grade stuff. Now, the show is a science fiction show. I know that's not something that's like everyone's into. Personally, I love like science fiction and fantasy, but the show, more so than science fiction, is more about, I feel like, identity and different cultures. It's just like such an awesome, diverse show that really doesn't get enough credit. Like the people that watch it has like such high reviews, but sadly, high reviews from the people watching doesn't necessarily equate to dollars in Netflix's eyes. But back to the character of Nomi Marks. She is such great trans representation, which is, sadly rare. There's a lot of questionable representation that a lot of trans folk get, especially trans women. And most of the time, like, the roles aren't even played by actual trans people and they just make trans people look bad. But this is like a role where it's just such a great character and it's great to kind of have that like positive trans role model. In the show, she is a political blogger and hacktivist, which is actually kind of hilarious and relatable because if you know any like millennial trans women, most of the ones I know are like bloggers and programmers. At least the girls that I know in person. Like like I feel like 2/3 of the trans women I know are like all programmers, so it's like a field that so many go into for pretty valid reasons. Especially the pay transitioning is expensive. And I think what's also great about like having this trans character also written by a trans person, played by a trans person, is like there's like trans experiences that are included in the story. And this isn't really like spoiling too much of like the show of Sense8. This is just more or less just touching on like, the character and what they experience, which are like real life things like transphobia, like having some family members be supportive and other family members not be supportive. Facing transphobia in like the LGBT community, like these are things that the show actually touches on. I also love that she's in a relationship with a woman, because like there's so many queer and lesbian trans women, and often like I feel like society just assumes that all trans women are straight and are just interested in like men and solely men. And I feel like it's rare to kind of get like a queer or lesbian trans woman like in a show. So like I think that's like so awesome that they get to show that. So if you haven't checked out Sense8 already, you should definitely check out Sense8. Like I said, it is honestly one of my favorite shows. Like I've probably watched it maybe 3 times so far, and I'll probably watch it again in the future. I'll probably force some friends to watch it. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Go check it out, and don't forget to subscribe.